everyone. Welcome to our debate here on YouTube. Today, you're here with Ismail, Lea, Kenza, and me, Andrea. Today, we're going to be debating a really important topic, something that both of us feel very passionate about, which is films versus TV series.
And you're not just watching, you're part of the debate. Make sure to vote in the chat by writing films or series, and we read your comments live, and they might change our arguments.
So exactly. So we have two teams in this live, which is Team Films with Andrea and Ismail, and we also have Team Series, which is myself, Lea, and Kenza. And so yeah, let's be honest, we already know that series win.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
Remember to tell us where you're watching from in the chat too. We want to see how international our audience is.
Okay, so I'm going to start this debate by saying films are so much better. Films are a way to tell stories, and completely, you don't have to waste a lot of time with it. So, think about the Titanic, think about The Godfather, so many staple films that have changed so many lives, and they give you, experiences of love, tragedy, suspense, so many powerful endings that you don't have to wait weeks or years even, because there are series that are so long, and you feel everything at once. Also, I think films are very dedicated to special moments when you're with your family, with some friends. But series are something that you see alone, and you don't get to experience it with a lot of people.
I think series too. It's pretty much the same.
Is it?
Yeah. Actually, we can see it one place or in another place. We can all see it each other next to each other or not, even if we're not in the same place. So I think it's pretty much the same.
And films create the unforgettable cultural moment for me. Everyone remember the ending of Avengers, for example, Endgame. A lot of people cried, clapped, and shouted in cinema around the world. That shared a very good experience. It's magical. They make it very magical. So films also have amazing cinematography and music. Directors spend years making every sense very perfect.
Yeah, well, for myself, I think series are much better because they give so much time to characters in general. For example, in Breaking Bad, which is a very a well-known series, you can see the main character, Walter White, changing from being a teacher to a complete criminal, which is a huge character development. And I think that this transformation feels real. Because we spend so many episodes, so many minutes, so many seasons with this character, and I think a film simply doesn't have enough time for this same character.
I disagree. I feel like you can make connections with films like that. You see it happening so many times. I can even say, in a recent film called Hamnet, you make that connection instantly. And there are so many other great examples of people making that connection that with a series takes so much longer.
I think it depends on the character. For example, a series, they talk about not only just the main character, but also the characters that are around him, And I think a film is more, centered on this main character. So, I don't know. I'm pretty... I don't really agree with that.
Series let you escape into another world for months. You grow attached to characters like they're your friends. When a series ends, you feel emotional because you have lived with them for years.
Well, trying to involve a little the chattel now, I haven't read the book actually about Hamnet, but I've heard it's really good, and I would love to read it to rewatch the film in another point of view. And I've actually been seeing a lot of people that agree with me, so I think we're winning definitely, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Well, chat, tell us what's a series that you think started amazing but actually ended badly.
I have an opinion about
Okay.
that. But The Vampire Diaries, such a great series that at the end lost all of their characters. It lost so much of the hype it had. It ruined it completely. Grey's Anatomy, it started so good, and now after like 20 years it's still going and people aren't watching it anymore. Like it just doesn't feel the same as it did with the original characters.
Okay, here, like in the chat, I could see Riverdale, which I pretty much agree with. At the beginning, it was like something that was huge. Literally, it was very fun to watch, and then like the more the series goes by, the more you feel like it's starting to become weird, and you don't really understand it. So I think that's a good point.
The same case of Game of Thrones, as you
Oh,
can see in the chat. Yeah.
They're attacking Stranger Things.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I don't agree.
Why?
Well, on the five whole series, like the 5 seasons we have, I think like the 4 first ones were like pretty much perfect, but the fifth one is like I feel like the ending of this series could have been like much better regarding like the stories and everything that the people think about, like the everything the fans talk about around the series before it went out. I think they could have done much better, but I still don't think that it was that bad.
Do you believe in the conspiracy that Elle is alive?
Yeah, I believe.
Does the chat? You believe?
I believe.
But that's something that doesn't happen with films. Films are good or bad. You don't like them, you don't watch it again. But a series that you've invested your time in it for how many years? Like when Stranger Things first came out, we were all like 12 years old.
Yeah.
And then you grew up with the series. For them to ruin it at the end, it's horrible. It's a horrible experience.
Ruin it.
Yeah.
Well, for some people. Read the chat.
That's a little harsh. I don't
But-
think ruining it is the.
But
good
for a
word.
lot of series, it does happen.
Yeah.
But with a film, if you don't like it, you don't watch it again.
Yeah.
And you don't invest so many years of your life into it.
Okay.
Films.
So for me personally, films are art for me. Director like Christopher Nolan create for me a masterpiece like Interstellar. One powerful story can make you think about life, dreams, or reality. Film often win an Oscar and become timeless classics.
Films like
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, it's a staple. Also, like the new Frankenstein movie, that's
Yeah.
a
I
staple.
haven't seen it.
You have to.
You have to.
You have to. Or
Yeah.
Wuthering Heights is also another like controversial topic right now because compared to the book, they say it's a really bad adaptation. Sadly, I haven't been able to read the book either, but I like the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about it. But well, I think like series are evolving. Like shows like Euphoria, for example, are like they have a film level acting, which is like pretty much incredible for a series, and they also have visuals that are remarkable, and also like a huge and really long storytelling where you can understand pretty much the in-depth of the characters and of their city, and each episode feels like a mini movie.
But now it won't even be able to finish like it was supposed to. Another series that got ruined.
Okay.
Huh? Yes.
Okay, well,
Series also create communities. Look at Stranger Things. Fans talk terrorism, make memes, and discuss characters every week. It become part of our life and our conversation with our friends.
I agree with that, but I can also say that can also be done with a film. And in a lot more ways. I feel like series are things that depends on the people, but instead films are some things is a staple that so many people have watched or so many people can remember. But series are. It just depends on the group of people.
okay, so what's your favorite film?
one of my favorite films right now is Having It, as I mentioned.
And
What-
why?
Because it creates that community with the watcher, and it creates that feeling that the film is trying to portray to you, and the visuals are really pretty too.
Well,
What about
my favorite film for me is James Bond 007 because for me it has a great action scene and amazing suspense. Kenza, what's your favorite TV show?
I love Dynasty because it's full of drama, power, and strong, confident characters like Fallon character. Leah, what's yours?
Okay, so my favorite series is Gilmore Girls. I don't know if anyone here knows about it. But I love these kinds of shows that are like really long with a lot of episodes that are pretty much old, with a lot of seasons and everything. And it also brings back a lot of memories as I really grew up with the two like characters that are Rory and Lorelai. I guess that's it, no?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a debate that it's going to have to be longer, and between the watchers too, you're gonna have to decide what you prefer. So
Obviously, you can like both because art is pretty much everywhere. I think, well, I prefer series, but I also love watching films. I think it's the same thing for everyone here, and that's pretty much it.
thanks for watching.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Bye.